welcome back. This is the second video in the series. Today we're going to look at how we can show the values as percentages. So to get started, go to your Shopify admin panel, click on orders and export all your data. I've already done this. So you can see this Excel sheet. This has all my dummy data. I've also cleaned the data in the sense that I've removed any empty cells from the rows and columns. This is important if you're going to work on pivot tables. So to create a pivot table, we click on Insert, click on Pivot Table, and click on a new worksheet. Okay, so now let's move shipping city. Let's move shipping city to the rows, and let's move created at date to the columns. And let's move quantity, the line item quantity to the values. Okay, this is where we left off in the first video, and now we're going to actually convert these values into percentages. To do that, let's show values as percentages of grand total. Um, Let me just also add line item to this. Okay, so now we can see that we've actually divided this table into cities, and under each city you get the line items which are sold to that particular city. So, for example, you can see that of the total sales, 50% of the sales came from customers in Burlington, 8.33 came from Barcelona, 16.67 came from Hamburg, and the remaining came from these three cities. So let's actually look at what else we can do with this. Let's look at show values as percentages of column total. So here now what happens is you can see that all the columns adds up to 100%. And what this means is that all the numbers in this column will add up to 100%. For example, let's look at this. Let's look at May. And if you look at May, there are for May, for the city of Burlington, there were three products sold, right? These three products, Timberland and two Vans. So if we add up these three, 33 plus 33 plus 33, it'll come up to 100%. So, and if you can also see that in Burlington, the Dr. Martens red and the Dr. Martens black made up 100% of the sales. You can also see it on a row level, on a region level, where you can see that 100% of the sales in Jan came from Burlington. And in Feb, you can see that 33% of the sales came from Barcelona, and the remaining was made up by Hamburg and London. And over here, you can see that 100% of the sales came from Burlington again. Over here, you can see 100% of the sales came from Fayetteville. Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at what else we can do with percentages. We can show values as percentages of, we just checked percentages of column total. Let's check percentages of row total. So row total is similar to column total, but it adds up to the row. So now here you can see that, for example, you can see that Burlington, out of the total 100% of sales in Burlington, 33% of the sales came in Jan, 50% of the sales came in May, 16.67% came in March, and for Feb and April, we had zero sales. So this is similar to the row column total, which we saw before, but it is actually showing it on a month by month basis. So let's look at show values as percentages of parent row total. So over here, this is similar to what we saw initially in the percentages of column total, but the one difference is that here every number is relative to its parent row. So for example, if you look at this item, this one's parent row is Burlington. So all the six columns uh, in this table should add up to 100. For example, all these six should add up to 100. In the first, when we actually saw, let me just change it back and show you the difference. Show values as percentages of column total. So over here, you have to actually, if you add up all these will come up to 100% of this. So in the sense, if you had, let me look at this. So if you had 33 from this plus 33 from this plus 33 from this comes up to 100. But if you actually change it back and see show values as percentages of parent row total, so you can see that in March in Burlington, only one product was sold, and this product was is responsible for 100% of the sales in March in Burlington. So you can see that these numbers are relative to its parent row, that is its location. So similarly over here, this number is relative to its parent row. And so over here, you can see that 100% of the sales in Jan came from one city in Burlington, whereas in Feb, the sales came from three cities. This is one of the cities, this is another city, and this is another city. So London, Hamburg, and Barcelona made up the sales in Feb. And if you add up 33 plus 33 plus 33, it goes to its parent total, which is this total, 100%. Whereas if you add up over here, 33 plus 33 plus 33, it comes up to 100 over here. So this is a little different from the one we saw before, in the sense this is more useful when you have nested columns and nested rows. So let's look at what else we have here. We can show values as more options and click on show data. And we can also check the difference from, we can check the rank smallest to highest, rank largest to smallest. Let's rank by largest to smallest. But before that, let me actually, let me remove the nested columns. So I've removed line items over here, and I'm also going to remove the percentages. I've removed the percentages. And now if you actually click and if you actually go back and rank them from largest to smallest, and you got to choose the shipping city. So now we can see that in Jan, the number one rank was Burlington. In May, which in May the number one rank was Burlington. In April, the number one rank was Fayetteville, and in Feb, the three number one rankings were shared by Barcelona, Hamburg, and London. So this is actually useful if you have, in this case, this is a dummy store, so the data is limited. And for, you can see that in each of these cities, we only had one sale per month. But in case you had, like say in Jan, you had sales from Burlington, from Barcelona, and from London. Then doing it this way would actually rank it as Burlington as one, Barcelona as two, London as three. So this is actually useful for knowing, for comparing who is doing, which city is doing the best among all your cities. Or you can compare a sales rep and see which sales rep is doing the best. Or you can also compare and see which sales rep is doing the worst by ranking it from lowest to highest. Another way of actually checking this is actually if you go into more options and show data as a difference from a base field. So again, I'm going to choose difference from shipping city and Burlington. And if I click on OK, so you can see that in Jan, London had two sales less than Burlington. In Feb, London did a little better than Burlington by having one more sale. But overall, the total sales in London was actually five less than Burlington. So this is why seeing values as percentages is useful, because you can compare data across rows and columns. In the next video, we're going to look at filters and see how we can use filters to represent data in a better way. Also, if you haven't left your email and your Shopify domain on this form, please do so. You will be notified as soon as these videos are out. That's it for now. Until next time, thank you.